हेलो, हाउ आर यू? क्या हाल है जी? वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल दिया मोर थॉट. My name is देवयानी उर्फ अमोर and for the ones who are watching me for the first time, स्वागत है जी आपका मेरे चैनल पे. कैसी लग रही हूँ? सही ना? For a change, it is not a jeans t-shirt. It is not a nightie. And hello from the coffee also. Hi. क्या हो रहा है? कैसी चल रही है नवरात्रि? फिर से नया वीक शुरू हो गया. हाउ वाज योर अष्टमी एंड नवमी? बताओ बताओ. आई एम सो फार हैविंग अ गुड नवरात्रि. बड़ी मजा आ रही है मेरे को. आज तो दिन में साड़ी भी पहन डाली. मेरी मम्मी की मुराद थी कि साड़ी पहन लो. मम्मियों को कौन मना कर सकता है, तो पहन ली. और बताओ क्या चल रहा है? मेंटल हेल्थ, इमोशनल हेल्थ, फिजिकल हेल्थ, सोशल हेल्थ सब सही? रिपोर्ट ओके है? कुछ है बताने के लिए? बता सकते हो, जानते हो ना? बता दो कुछ है तो. क्यों अकेले परेशान हो रहे हो? मैं हूं ना बांटने के लिए. बांटो. कहते ना परेशानियां बांटने से कम होती हैं, तो बांटो. अब मुझे नहीं बताओगे तो फिर किसको बताओगे? अगर किसी को ढूंढ रहे हो बताने के लिए तो मैं तो सामने से आ रही हूँ. बता दो. बता क्या खाया? इट इज़ टू लेट फॉर मी टू आस्क कि खाना खाया या नहीं, बिकॉज ऑलमोस्ट 12 बज रहे हैं. तो मैं अज्यूमिंग कि खाना तो खा लिया होगा. अगर खा लिया है तो बता दो क्या खाया है, और अगर नहीं खाया है तो बता दो क्या खाने का प्लान है. काफी बकवास नहीं? मैं कॉफी लेके बैठ गई हूँ. शिट, आज स्ट्रॉन्ग है. मैं कॉफी लेके बैठ गई हूँ. अब इसके बाद अगर मेरी नींद उड़ी तो दिक्कत हो जाएगी. आई होप नॉट. एंड आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड. नवरात्रि खत्म होने वाली है एंड जो मैंने आपको बोला था कि मैं आपको किसी से मिलवाऊंगी बहुत जल्द, तो उनके आने का भी वक्त होते जा रहा है. एंड आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड. I'm very very excited. I went to meet him what 2 दिन पहले भी. इतना प्यारा सा है वो. ओए. Okay. I won't get into that topic. वरना आज का वीडियो is just going to be about that. नहीं. आज के वीडियो का टाइटल आप पढ़ चुके हैं, तो we'll stick to that only. उनके बारे में बात होगी उनके आने के बाद. ठीक है? डन? पक्का. मेरे को ना तो जो आज का टॉपिक है, इट इज़ वेरी फनी हाउ आई एम वेरी ऑफन आस्क्ड दिस क्वेश्चन कि तुम्हें अकेले रहने में क्या मजा आती है, या व्हाई डू यू वांट समबडी टू स्टे अलोन. ओके, आई एम नॉट आस्किंग एनीबडी टू स्टे अलोन. ऑल आई एम सेइंग इज कि एक बार एक्सपीरियंस करके देखो. हाउ इज इट टू बी एबल टू स्टे अलोन. एक तो ये हमेशा होता है मेरे साथ. हाँ, आई जस्ट वॉन्ट पीपल टू एक्सपीरियंस हाउ इज इट टू फॉर वंस बीइंग अलोन. we've grown up being surrounded with way too many people. फ्रेंड्स हो, फैमिली हो, रिलेटिव्स हो, स्ट्रेंजर्स हो, कुछ भी हो. बट उस आदत में जब एक बार यू वांट टू टेक अ ब्रेक, या आप कितने ही सोशल इंसान हो सकते हो, बट देयर इज गोइंग टू बी वन पॉइंट इन टाइम वेयर यू गोइंग टू बी लाइक, आई डोंट वांट एनीबॉडी राइट नाउ, आई वांट टू बी अलोन. That is what I want you to give a try. And मैं अपना बता सकती हूँ, being alone is magical. At least for me, it has been amazing. I mean, mind-blowing kind of एक experience होता है. And when I say alone, I mean alone in every sense, physically, digitally, be it on social media, be it through calls, be it any source of communication or any source where you are getting in touch with somebody else. सब कुछ छोड़ दो and just be with yourself, both mentally, physically. Because बहुत लोगों का होता है कि एक कमरे में अकेले बैठे तो हैं, but then you're constantly on social media also. Once you're off social media, you switch to calls. Once you get over with calls, you switch to texts. That's not staying alone. That is not. And that's not what I mean when I say staying alone. I mean literally alone. It's like a digital detox. It's like a detox from the outer world. It's a detox from everybody else except you. And when you take that break from other people is actually when you start meeting a new person. That's you. बहुत अजीब लगेगा शायद सुनने में कि how am I a new person? You might not be a new person right now. But when you start staying alone and when you start realizing things about yourself, you realize it is not the same person you thought you were. There are spheres of you, there are various layers to you, there are various things about you that you had no idea about. And when you start realizing those, कभी नहीं समझ में आता कि मैं यही इंसान हूँ, or am I really this person who I am? You figure out so much about you. It is unbelievable. It really is. And when I say staying alone, one more thing I want you to know, one more thing I want to clarify. It is not that you have to stay alone because you do not have a choice. It's not because you have been isolated or you have been ignored by people you were surrounded with. That I'm not talking about that. I am talking about making a conscious decision of wanting to stay alone. And why? And how does that help? मेरे को ये भी बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि how does that help, bro? I'll tell you how does that help. So here are and all of these has happened with me. I've come up with 4 points of 4 results that I have seen happen when I started staying alone. So I am going to give out those 4 to you. Okay. So there are more than 4, but then the 4 major ones that I came across, I'm telling you about them. Okay. So one is that you have more freedom. And when I say more freedom, let's get this straight. I am not talking about अरे अब मैं घर पे नहीं हूँ, जो मन में आए करूँगा या जो मन में आए करूँगी. होता है, वो हमारे साथ भी होता है. मेरे साथ भी हुआ था जब नया बाहर रहना शुरू किया था. घर वाले साथ में नहीं थे, हम अपने मर्जी के मालिक है, जो मन में आए करेंगे. नहीं, not that. वो एक अलग चीज़ है. When I say more freedom, I mean more freedom to be yourself. Because when you are surrounded with people, and it can be any bunch of people, the ones you know, the ones you don't, your friends, your family, your relatives, your office people, your school buddies, anybody and everybody. I mean that. You are always very conscious of being noticed. You are always at your best behavior. You always want to do the right things. You not even by an inch want to go wrong with whatever you're doing. So when you learn to live alone, it's a different sense of freedom. You can do whatever you want. You can sing the most ridiculous songs in the most hoarse voice, record it, keep listening to it, dance to songs that nobody's ever heard, or just dance to no music at all. Who cares? That's your space. That's your world. It's you who is literally being you, because maybe over the years you've forgotten that is something you like to do. Read books, cook something, cook dishes that nobody could have thought of. Be your own master chef, be your own judge, be your own critic. Cook whatever you want to, eat whatever you cook. That's your space. No questions asked, no answers given. Simple. So basically, it is like removing all the barriers that we create in our minds when we surrounded with people. When you learn to stay alone, you start one by one removing all the barriers. You stop caring less about what everybody else thinks of you. You start accepting you for who you are, not for what you are defined by other people. You make your own definition of this is who I am. And let's be honest, you do not always want to be in the best of your behavior. I don't want to be in the best of my behavior all the time. या मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. मैं हूँ झल्ली. I am a little cuckoo. I am a little bachcha sa. There are days I just, like I said, dance to weirdest of songs. तो मैं अपने ईयरफोन्स लगा के अपने कमरे में नाच रही होती हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे there are times I listen to songs कि अगर मेरे पापा ने सुन लिया तो वो बीच वाले हॉल में बैठना छोड़ देंगे. वो रिस्क भी नहीं लेना है, मगर हाँ, तो you don't always want to be in the best of your behavior. There are days you just want to say, I don't care. I mean, yeah, you got what I was about to say. आप समझ चुके हैं, intelligent हैं. I don't want to say it on the camera right now, but हाँ, in short, F it. नहीं करना मेरे को सब कुछ सही. I want to be crazy. I want to be able to be stupid. I want to do idiotic shit. I want to do everything that's not right for a change. At least not right for others. क्योंकि मैं तो जो भी कर रही हूँ या मैं जो भी कर रहा हूँ मेरे लिए सही है. मेरे को आज अपना पागलपन सही लग रहा है, मेरे को आज पागलपन करना है. That's okay. It's absolutely fine. But then, that is the freedom that when you start staying alone, you start getting. And that is something that once you start doing and once you start enjoying it, there's no going back. You will always come up with a reason of wanting to be alone or ways to being alone. You might start cancelling out on plans. कुछ भी बहाना देके नहीं करना होगा, नहीं जाना होगा, मुझे नहीं जाना होता. I can come up with the lamest of excuse. I know this is a secret I am giving out, but there are days मैं बहुत clearly बोलती हूँ मेरे को नहीं जाना है, and then there are days I'm like, I do come up with stupid excuses. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, you're no more scared of rejections. Oh, this is massive. This is huge. So क्या होता है? And ये mostly होता है For the ones who either in their mid-teens or late teens or just beginning to enter 20s. So वो एक ऐसा फेज है, वो एक ऐसा स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ है जहाँ पे यू ऑलवेज सराउंडेड विद पीपल, especially when you're in schools, you're in colleges, you've got way too many people you think are your friends, you call them your friends, best friends forever. वो सारा कॉन्सेप्ट होता है घर आने के बाद तेरा parents, in case you live in a joint family, then a bigger family, all of that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong in it. So आपको लगता है कि मैं अपना बता रही हूँ एटलीस्ट ये कि आपको लगता है कि सब आपके दोस्त हैं एंड everybody or who you think your friends are and everywhere they go you will be invited, and then one day you realize, oh shit, no, it doesn't work like that. और उस दिन बुरा लगता है, बहुत बुरा लगता है, मैं जानती हूँ, been there done that. तो एंड स्पेशली उस एज में यार, एंड ये इस चीज़ का तो आई डोंट नो इफ इट हैज़ गॉट एनीथिंग टू डू विद द एज, बट हाँ, उस एज में हार्ट ब्रेक्स आर अ मैसिव थिंग. से you like somebody, you go out, propose them, and turns out they don't like you back, or at least they don't like you back in the same way, and that hurts, that does, because आपको उस rejection से बहुत डर लगता है, because since you're always surrounded with somebody or the other, you cannot imagine a world where you will have nobody else around you, be it friends, be it family, be it anybody. And that is what loneliness does to you. It helps you get out of that fear of rejection. Because आप जितना अकेले रहना शुरू करते हो, आपको धीरे धीरे ये चीज़ रियलाइज हो जाती है कि जब कोई नहीं होता है, जब मेरे साथ कोई नहीं है, तब मेरे साथ मैं हूँ. And the day you learn to enjoy your company is the day you forget being scared, or you are no more scared of being alone. It does not matter then. Then even if there is a rejection, you are still okay with it. And I'll tell you something. For people who are not scared of rejections are the ones जिनको rejections comparatively कम मिलती हैं. It's true. Because ये मेरी एक फ्रेंड के स्टेटस में देखा था कि the world is scared of people who are not scared of anything. So if you're not scared of being alone, how does it matter? If you can take rejections, so anything that you're capable of accepting is something that does not happen to you as often as it does. कोशिश करना है इस चीज़ को, या किसी और के साथ अगर कभी हो तो इस चीज़ को नोटिस करना है. जैसे ही आप एक डर को ओवरकम कर लेते हो ना, इट्स ऑल गुड. और वो डर लोन अकेले रहने से बेटर और कुछ ओवरकम नहीं कर सकता. कितना ही पेप टॉक, कितनी ही स्पीचेस, कितने ही एडवाइसेस, nothing works better than that time you spend with yourself when you're alone. That time when you become your friend, you become your own company, you become your companion, you become your biggest cheerleader, worst enemy. So it's your best friend in you. It's like that. And the day you've accepted yourself, या कोई एक्सेप्ट करे, रिजेक्ट करे, क्या पड़ता है? You couldn't care less. So that's number 2. Number 3, it creates a better awareness about yourself, and that is true. You've never known yourself enough. Let me tell you this. हमें हमेशा बोला जाता है ना कि you've never known a person enough. You've never known yourself enough also. But every time you're surrounded by somebody, you do not get a chance to realize a lot of things about you. हम बहुत बार किसी की हाँ में एवं हाँ मिलाते हैं और हमें नहीं समझ में आ रहा होता है कि हमेशा वो चीज़ पसंद भी नहीं है. मुझे एक टाइम तक लगता था मेरे को क्लबिंग बड़ी पसंद है. जब मैं बैंगलोर में थी, आई रियली थॉट आई लव्ड क्लबिंग. एक टाइम के बाद समझ में आया कि नो आई डिडंट. मैं तो चली जाती थी, बस सब चले जा रहे थे. आई quite later realized I was more about a yoga person, sitting in silence kind of a person, watching the sunset, enjoying the rain. I am more of that kind of a person. And that didn't happen overnight. That realization did not happen overnight. यार अकेले रहने से मुझे भी डर लगता था, बहुत डर लगता था. From there to waking up to a room where if there was somebody I used to feel बहुत अजीब सा. Because मैं ज़्यादातर जब अकेले रही हूँ तो एक 2 BHK में अकेले रहती थी. Because मेरे घर वाले जब आते थे तो पापा is very uncomfortable around women. So we always had a 2 BHK where whenever they came in, they would have their own space. But जब वो नहीं होते थे, that time I used to wake up to an empty house, a blank wall, and nothing else. तो तब मेरे लिए भी scary था. But वो एक time, it's helped me so much to learn about myself. Because हाँ दिन भर कॉलेज होता था, बट एक टाइम के बाद जब कॉलेज खत्म हो जाए तब क्या? You do not want to go out all the time. You don't always have a plan. And sometimes people have plans but they don't want you with it, as harsh as it is. So in that case, when you're sitting alone in your room and there are a lot of things going on, you do random things, some you enjoy, some you don't, and that is how you start understanding कि यार मुझे शायद उस ग्रुप के साथ या हर रोज शाम को घूमने जाना नहीं पसंद है, घर पे रहना ही पसंद है. Because this is my time, this is me in my most ridiculous state and in my red carpet state. But then this is me. So that is something that happens when you start staying alone. You create so much, or you realize so damn many things about you. It's crazy. So अगर कभी अकेले रहने की आदत डले, and whatever you realize about yourself, मेरे को बताना जरूर. तो I would love to relate if I am able to, and if it's something new, I would love to learn. बताना जरूर. Comment section, Insta DM, and the email ID. ठीक है? You have 3 places. And the last is you find out a lot of answers to the questions that either life sends to you or you have been storing inside your heart and mind over the years. हम हर किसी के आंसर से नहीं अग्री कर पाते हैं. You would know it. You would possibly agree to it. कि हर किसी के आंसर से हम नहीं अग्री कर पाते. फिर वो चाहे कितने बड़े महर्षि हो, पंडित हो, साइकोलॉजिस्ट हो, psychiatrists हो, anything, mentalist हो, anything. But you will not be able to agree to all the answers always. There is going to be a time where you will have to, or you will want to figure out your own answers. And it does not happen in your day-to-day chaotic life. For that, you have to stay alone. You have to cut off from everybody for your mind to ease down a little bit, to process things, to create its own thought, to just understand what it thinks, how does it react, everything. And then eventually एक एक करके questions आने लगते हैं, आप चीज़ें देखते हो. And when you start looking for answers, you will realize you start looking at things very differently. Because then you are looking at things from your perspective, not what the others have been talking about it. Because you're out over there to look for an answer. Maybe consciously, subconsciously, however, but you are there looking for the answers to a lot of your questions. And there is not going to be any better answer than whatever you come up with. Believe me, because it is eventually going to make sense to you. Everything that you thought is difficult or is beyond you, it is all going to come down with an answer. Like I said, practical experience से बता रही हूँ, personal experience से बता रही हूँ. I come up with a lot of my answers also. Some people agree to, some people don't. When they don't, I have a cross question. Sometimes they're able to teach me something, and sometimes it still does not make sense to me about whatever they say. But take it. Okay. So these are my 4 things that loneliness helps you with. Okay. I don't know if you would agree to any of it. I don't know if you agree at all. I don't know if you would disagree at all. ठीक है? सब सही? ठीक हो? खुश हो? चलो, अब मैं जा रही हूँ. I'm going to come back very soon on the Friday. ठीक है? तब तक take amazing care of yourselves. Enjoy the remaining part of the Navratri. And by the time the next video comes up, we're going to have, or at least the Bengalis are going to have Vijaya Dashami. So show Vijaya Dashami to everybody. Okay? I'm tired today. बहुत घूमा दिन भर. Initially, actually जब ये वीडियो आज शूट करने की बारी भी थी तो I thought आज नहीं करना है, but then फिर कल दिन में भी नहीं हो पाएगा because again दिन में निकलना है, and I did not want to keep it for tomorrow evening or tomorrow night. दिन में जाना है तो दिन में जाना है. Yeah. ठीक है. I'll tell you something. Loneliness is not the best place to be in initially, but then it's such a beautiful feeling after a point in time. It is. कहते ना, किसी भी चीज़ की शुरुआत हमेशा अच्छी नहीं होती, लेकिन वो जर्नी जब आगे बढ़ने लगती है तब उससे खूबसूरत कुछ नहीं है. अकेले रहने के साथ वैसे ही होता है. इनिशियली नहीं अच्छा लगता, और एक टाइम के बाद कोई साथ में नहीं अच्छा लगता. ठीक है. And sorry, and when now, in case you do decide to learn to stay alone, spend some time with yourself, and in case you don't find it easy, I'll still suggest you go on with it. इनिशियल कुछ दिन की दिक्कत है, फिर सब सही होगा. But remember to be happy. Because like I always say, your happiness matters. You matter and nothing matters more. And when you doubt yourself, I trust you. And I am very, very proud of you. Pakka promise. I hope you have a great sleep tonight and a fantastic week ahead. If you like the video, you can always go ahead, press the like button. If you think you see the friend in me, thoda sa, go hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. And if you think that this video can help somebody, feel free, share it with them. If this can help you, keep it with yourself. Okay? Bye. Good night.